The biggest thing that you need to understand is that when an AI caller agent touches your customer list, you need it to be absolutely flawless. It cannot make any mistakes. It must be sharp, respond fast, not talk nonsense or steer away. So with that, it's actually pretty straightforward to build an AI caller. It's more complex to install certain functions like, hey, check availability on service item or House Call Pro. But the difficult thing is testing for any possible, it's called edge case. A phone call can go 1,000 different ways. And, although humans are kind of slow compared to like AI, but they can kind of think and factor that in and kind of, navigate that situation. So if someone is randomly freaking out, or if someone is, I don't know, calling your business a scam or whatever, like you can use empathy and, kind of bring them back into the road of the sale. Or for example, if someone is scheduling an appointment and they give you the time, give you the date, but then they change their mind. As a human, you can kind of, navigate that pretty easily. But for AI, that's actually a very challenging thing to do. And this is exactly why I focus on building agents for very specific industries for very specific purposes. You won't see me developing too many agents in different industries and different bots doing a different thing because it's so time intensive and hard to get a bot from that 70% competency to 99%. Every single agent, every single AI phone caller that you will probably run into if you're talking to these companies, and this is my biggest pet peeve, is that they'll build you an agent that does the job, but it's gonna do the job 70% well. I focus on an industry, a service, and a sales pitch to not sell bots at 70%. I literally spend every single weekend, probably 12 hours a day, fine-tuning and talking to the bot and trying to break it and then patching the holes up so that it's perfect. And if you are curious, if you're skeptical about AI agents, or if you think they sound too bad, too robotic, you're not wrong. Because every single AI agent provider pretty much focuses on being kind of like generalists, which is building an AI agent that's gonna do the job. Which if that's what you're looking for, then all kudos to you. But that's not what I'm doing at all. Literally the reason I started this is because I heard the potential, and I heard one agent speak extremely well, natural human language, responds fast, is extremely good at reading the script in a very certain way to overcome objections, build rapport at the same time. Those are the agents I'm passionate about, and those are the agents that I want to build. I want to build, and this is something I'm already at right now. Like I'm literally deploying these agents as we speak. I have a really cool way to test it so that before it even touches your customer list, it's so damn good. It factors in 1,000 ways how a phone call could go. It factors in the most challenging prospects and leads possible. It factors in the most difficult phone calls possible. Why? Not because I'm so amazing. I just gave it hell during the training phase because I made AIs that call this AI and give it hell. And I can, you know what, like, this is kind of like a secret of mine, but I'm going to show it to you right now how I do it. So I just kind of want to show you behind the scenes and behind the hood of what actually goes into a serious AI phone caller development and deployment process. So, you could at least appreciate the difference between someone who just builds an agent just by writing a script in the ChatGPT and someone who actually spends dozens of manual hours testing and breaking and challenging the bot so that once it's delivered to you, once it starts calling your beautiful, cherished customers, it has the highest chance possible to book you those jobs and book you that revenue. Let me show you. If you've stuck along through my rambles, at least now you know how to, if you're talking to an AI phone call or agency, you know exactly what questions to ask. You know exactly what to expect. Because trust me, every single detail down to the voice, to the every single comma in a script, I manually place and test dozens of times to hear how it sounds, so it's near perfection to you as a client. That's how I treat my people. I literally refuse business if I'm too busy, but you will see other agencies just take on your business, slam a bot together, give it to you, and then the next thing you know, it calls your customers and talks about how the stock market, when it's supposed to sell you a damn HVAC maintenance estimate. So let me show you how I avoid those situations, how I make the agent extremely professional, and how I make it stick to very hard boundaries so that it doesn't steer away. Let me show you. This is pretty cool. So besides just talking to the agent manually for dozens of hours before I launch it for a client, I also create what's called simulation personas. And this is a concept I've actually been experimenting with really hard. And this is actually like the best way to like 100x your AI agent's stress testing to make sure that once it starts calling your customer list for selling HVAC maintenance deals, for chasing lost estimates, or upselling equipment for an air conditioner furnace, or selling a plumbing maintenance contract, you know, whatever you need to do to increase your average service ticket. Like I create these personas to give it hell. To literally, I've built AI that calls my main AI to challenge it. So this is actually really hilarious, because let me show you how these personas look like, right? So the first one I have is called Furious Skeptical Minimalist. Now I'm building all these personas that will call my client's AI agent. I'm literally launching this as we speak. I just decided to film this video. And it's essentially like I wrote and customized every single persona. So, you know, Furious Minimalist, Alex Parker, a busy operations manager who despises sales calls, especially automated ones. When Allison, which is the AI agent that I've developed for this client, you give irritated answers like yes, no. You're skeptical, frustrated. Now, the second persona is Relentless Interrupter. AI agents, if you talk to most of them, if you just continuously interrupt them, they get discombobulated. So with these personas, as they call, every single one has a specific challenge that they are gonna give to your AI agent. So once we build one together, like once it hits the road jack, it's gonna be a monster that takes into, you know, like that factors in every single possible difficult scenario to patch that up, make it stronger, and I fix it manually because I listen to this feedback. And I mean, the only final thing that we need to work on is the script. But this one, you are Sam Foster, a procurement officer, because, you know, this client of mine, they focus on a solution that helps manufacturers with procurement. I specialize in HVAC and plumbing companies specifically, and, you know, sometimes steer away like towards home improvement companies, but I really like to stick to one niche because of the things I talked about. But, you know, this is an exception. You constantly say things like, get to the point, yeah, whatever, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, I don't want to talk, you know. So you can see how all these personas challenge my AI. Then what else? Oh, this is a hard one. I will literally run these calls and I'll show, like, I'll play you guys the recordings of how my AI agent deals with it. There's probably these are the hardest personas I've made. I'll have a lot of stuff to patch up, but guess what? If I wouldn't have created these personas, if I would not have ran these calls, like I would have figured this out the hard way by calling the actual customer list and burn the leads. Or maybe if the AI agent could have still done a good job, it wasn't competent enough because that was the first time it faced these scenarios. But now I can jump in front of these even happening in the first place with simulations, patch them up. So regardless of how difficult of a person your AI agent I build is talking to, it's gonna handle itself because it has had these scenarios before. So you refuse to share your name, company, any details. Like, I don't share that over the phone. How does an AI agent calm this type of a person down, make him feel safe, and schedule that job for you because it needs the information? Does it say a certain thing? Does it ask, would you like to be transferred to a real human being? Because I have that function. Does it just simply say, oh, would you like for someone to call you back, maybe, like, an actual human being? I made my AI tackle everything with humor, by the way, because I found that to be probably the biggest thing. So if you take a look like at the actual agent I've made, if you ask it, let me just give you a demo right now. Hello, who's this?
Oh, hey, is this our first name?
Yeah, this is Carlos. Who's this?
Hey, Carlos, it's just Alison here from Kavita. I'm sorry for contacting you out of the blue. I wanted to be proactive as I'm talking to manufacturers in the area next week to help their procurement team use AI to automate post-PO processes. Carlos, just curious, in your case, is AI on the agenda for you guys too?
Wait, is this a robocall? Are you AI? Is this a robocall?
Oh, Carlos, I'm so sorry I've done a bad job at clarifying. So I'm Alison, a super intelligence developed by Kavita, but I promise I'm cool because I help manufacturers and not evil, like in the movies. I'm here to talk about potentially helping you with our AI.
So you see, I don't just build these damn agents just to build some AI agent. Like, I really put my heart into this. Like, I don't want to be the guy that builds 1,000 AI agents for 1,000 different purposes. I want to build 3 that are the Picassos of this industry, the Picassos of the HVAC industry. Killers that will eliminate your shoulder season, book you jobs on demand without you having to lift a finger because I'm already working for an integration with service site, and which is probably my agents are the first ones ever in the world that actively and successfully talk to dispatching software that check for availability, book in the job, and if you choose to book in, like assign a technician, you can do that manually or the AI can do it. So, that's me. I don't want to make this video too long. Maybe I'll show you the ghost simulation personas and how they do in the next video. But yeah, don't want to make this too long. Thank you guys. Listen, it's Christmas time. I have some limited time. If you guys want to hear and like a demo and how an agent would sound for your company, I can clone any voice. Drop me an email, schedule a call. We can talk about it. Like I only work with people if they're absolutely happy with the demo of how the agent sounds. I never push people. So if you're curious about AI, if you're one of those open-minded business owners who, maybe you're skeptical, and you should be, because most of these agents suck, but I build exceptional perfection of AI agents that are literally, they sound like humans. If you're just curious, if you're, if you want to just like dabble with it, let me know. I can, mock something up for you. Obviously, it's not going to be 99% good because I only take it to that level once we start working together, because I genuinely spend dozens of hours talking to the bot to make sure it's great. But if you would just want to hear how it says your company's name, how it handles, just like a scenario for your actual company, because the reason why I do these free demos is I sincerely think that that's the best way to kind of get a taste of how all this works. And yeah, it's fun for me to talk to people. It's fun for me to introduce these things, because these AI agents are going nowhere. This is the future. This is not intended to replace people. This is intended to power people. And that's exactly why I'm here. This is exactly why I do what I do. So